Hello, everybody. I am SunPsychic Jean, and look who I have with me here tonight or today, KK from our community. Hello, KK.
Hi everybody. Hi Jean.
I'm so excited to introduce KK to all of you. And KK has been a member of our community for quite a while now. And before we begin, I just wanted to say hello to Jillian. Hi, Jillian. And Scott is here, and Abby is here. So nice to see everybody in the chat. And I get a lot of you may already know KK from chatting with her in the chat back and forth. I remember the first time that I met you, KK. I think it was on Allie's channel, and you wanted a reading, and you have a little horse icon on your icon. When your question came up, the horse like drew my attention right away. And the first thing I said before I even went in to answer your message or get a message from your spirit guides, I heard that your horse said, she talks to me all the time. Like she can talk to me. And I'm like, did you know that you were an animal communicator? And it was like, and then Allie says, I told her that. Allie had pulled a card that said that, right?
Yes, she had told me, I want to say just like a week or two before, that that's something that I had in me, which I had questioned. I wanted that, but I didn't. I was like, I don't have that. And then you followed it up. I'm like, okay, these are my confirmational hits that I need to keep working at this.
Yeah. So you guys all get messages or readings from us, and when you get something from two different readers and it's complimentary or validating, that's spirit talking to you, and it was just so phenomenal. It was so very strong. And then you had told me a little bit about a cat. You told me in the chat, you're like, Jean, I wanted to tell you and tell us what happened with the cat. And before you get started, I just wanted to say hello to Wisdom Seeker Joan. VIPs in the house. Hi, Joan. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. She says, I'll be listening and walking. So tell us what you told me in the chat. And I was like, wait a minute, something's going on. What happened with KK?
It was so beautiful. Okay, so I ended up moving back into my parents' house probably in October. And here and there, I noticed this other little black cat in the barn because we have two now. One's super friendly, we call Tom Tom, and the other one was a feral cat, beautiful cat that my parents said had come to the barn about a year and a half, 2 years ago, and nobody could touch him. Nobody knew where he came from. He just kind of meandered to the barn and scattered away if anybody even laid eyes on him. And so I noticed that he had been laying in the hay, and so I walked over at one morning after feeding my horses, and I just sat down at kind of a distance from him, and I took a breath, I opened my heart space, and I closed my eyes and I asked him to tune in with me. And the first thing I saw was an image of a dog. And I had asked, I forgot to say this. I asked, "Why are you so afraid?" And he showed me a dog and then another dog. And about 2 seconds later, all of a sudden, two of our dogs came running out from the house that somebody had let out. So he not only was telling me that that's one of his fears, but kind of that they were already coming. And so he scurried off. I got the dogs up and got him to come back out, but it was kind of at a distance. So the next, I would say like 2 days in a row, I went out there and did the same thing where I just opened up my space, told him how it was safe, that nobody's going to hurt him. And about the third day, he started coming up to me. And in less than a week, he now comes to his name. He runs out meowing at me. It is so beautiful. And that was about, I'd say, probably 2 months ago. Well, just recently, this part I haven't told you yet. About 2 weeks ago, I sat down and had another conversation. I call him Jinxie, with Jinxie. And I said, every once in a while I bring my son down and he'll come to me still, but he wouldn't come to him. Oh, and that's a dude in the background. And I said, he's okay. And I taught my son to do the same thing. When you sit there, sit still, open your heart, don't go after him, just let him come to you, but fill that space with love so it feels comfortable. And the next morning, my son went down to the hay shed alone, and he comes running up, Mom, Jinxie came up to me. He let me pet him." And since that
Oh,
day, he's allowed him to also pet him. So it's been so
oh.
beautiful.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That is so very powerful. And it is, it's one thing to hear us say it here on the internet and on the YouTube and to demonstrate, but I encourage each one of us to go and in our own lives in some way, if we can practice, using this technique of just feeling love and feeling this energy and surrounding yourself with this energy and start radiating it out and see the changes that occur around you. It's just so beautiful. And the telepathy messages were and you almost it was almost like it wasn't like you knew it, but you weren't that shocked about it. You're like, yeah, Jane, he told me. I'm like, he told you? And you were like, yeah, he told me. And you were so matter of fact. And what reason why I point that out is because I feel like it's like something we all already do. It's just that you remember now, and it's a natural way of communication, and that we've been conditioned to ignore it or to not use it and to verbalize rather than emote or blend our energy. But we are energy bodies, and this is our first line of communication: is the energetic frequency that we feel from each other. You know.
Absolutely.
Very, very
Absolutely.
amazing, amazing, story there, KK. And is that who's that, Buddy, you said?
Dude,
Dude, dude, he's so funny. He's
he
doing
wants
a
to be part of the show.
yeah, he is. He is. He heard Mark has a mascot, so I think Dude's gonna be your mascot. I just wanted to say hello.
I
There's
think
a
so
lot of
too.
people here and watching us today, so thank you all for coming. Donna is here, Lois is here, Flower Beauty is here, and Jen Bowles is here, and Jen's in our class too. Wisdom Seeker Joan, I said, and Viviani VIP. She has her own channel. She's an amazing intuitive psychic and much more. And I see that, Donna. Thank you. You see, oh, and Gina. Gina is also in our psychic study practice group. And I always want to make sure I call it a study practice group. And it's just so lovely to see all of you. And Jill Sinanan is here. And Lois is with us. Um, and Sandra is here. Oh, look, Sandra said happy Valentine's Day. See, we read heart we read emojis too. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Nancy Riker is here. So nice to see everybody. And Scott says my cat stays near me a lot, but also might have something to do with yeah, he's the cats are very healing. The purr, the frequency and the vibration of their purr is very healing. So I think you're right there, Scott. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that,
Um,
as part of my, morning routine, I'll sit down there because I hate even saying it right now, but I have a herniated disc that, is healing actually after months of barely being able to walk, and that's one of the things the 2 cats will lay on me, and I just thank them for their purr and their vibration because it is very healing.
It really is. And Sandra says it's beautiful that if you love animals, even the ones you don't know, when they come up to you, feel instantly so much love and joy for you sweeps over you like a tidal wave. Well, you're an empath for sure, Sandra, because these animals, our pets, are filled with unconditional love, and they also come from uh, the angelic realm. They're not angels, but they come from that same frequency. And this is the high vibrational unconditional love that we feel. Okay. All right. And Diva is here. Oh my gosh, everybody is here. Wow. Thank you all for being here. So tell us a little bit more, KK. And I'll be starring your questions. We're going to do just a few questions at the end, but and KK, let us know a little bit about your personal sort of spiritual. How did you get into this? How did you find this on YouTube? Did you do, this before you found us on YouTube? Just whatever you want to share.
Yeah. So I think like a lot of us, we have kind of a big explosion or awakening point because I'd had some little things happen in childhood, like I've seen two ghosts in a night, had some premonitions here and there. Yeah, I didn't share that with you, but it shut me off. Actually, I'm very visual, very clairvoyant, and then claircognizant too are my main abilities and talents. But I kind of just I didn't ignore them, but kind of put them to the side. And about 2000, end of 2019, 2020, I really had a huge shift for me. I think with all the chaos of COVID, and I'm a single mom, and I then was forced to work at home, but then school my son. I kind of like shut out the other world and went into a gear and focused on connecting more with spirit and connecting with my son and engaging in that, but kind of all the other distractions aside, and really put into meditating morning and night as like a special time for myself because it was my only alone time. And I found that things just started exploding open for me, especially visually, but also when I'd go for a walk or a jog or washing dishes, all of a sudden I'd get these downloads and spirit would tell me, write it down. So I listened. I have so many journals of random notes, but it just all continued to grow. It was like the more I recognized it, the more it grew, and more I trusted it, the more it grew. And but all the people in my close vicinity and family are not that way. So that's actually how I came upon this community. Is I was just reaching out for more people who had similar experiences because you go through the beginning stage and you kind of have that questioning of like, am I crazy? Is this even real? Even though all these things are coming true. Actually, another thing that really helped me too was for anybody who's going through their third eye opening and their vision opening, I noticed when people would tell me stories, I'd either get a picture or a full on video that would pop into my space, like eyes open and everything. And I can recall sitting down with my niece one day, who's also born on my birthday, which is pretty cool. And she'd just been visiting from out of town because I don't get to see her that often. And she was talking about a cabin that she'd talked about before but never described. And I stopped her and I said, Hannah, does it look like this? I mean, I can still see it. I'm like, it's a green cabin. It has orange tin, like copper roof. There's a propane tank on the right side if you're looking at it. And I feel like it's on a hill. And does it go to a lake? And she just got wide eyed and she's like, yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's exactly Larissa's cabin. She's like, Carrie, you've never seen a picture of it. I'm like, no, you're just barely talking about it. Shot this image, and I just felt comfortable enough with her to tell her what I saw. And then I started realizing what I'm seeing is I'm connecting with these people and they're sending me this. I'm engaging with them. So definitely if anybody else has those experiences, just ask whatever you saw, especially if you feel comfortable with the people. Ask what you saw, and you'll be amazed at how right you are. You're not imagining. I love that word, but it's imagining to me it is just bringing in the image of truth. So don't be afraid of that. So yeah.
And in the beginning, what inspired you to start meditating and things like that? Like beginning in the very beginning, what inspired you that you wanted to do more of it
I
before
think
you
I
found
just
this community?
I think with like I said, all my world kind of got chaotic with the COVID onset. So I had some meditations in the past of more so focusing on different body parts like yoga nidra in
Oh,
college that helped me fall asleep actually in college because I
okay.
struggled at the beginning. And so I just felt like I needed silence with all the go, 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 action, 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 and to stretch and be more flexible. I got the message of like, if you're flexible in the body, you're going to be flexible in the mind. Like it kind of that how they coincide with one another. And so I just started sitting. I like music without any lyrics. And I actually have, still to this day, a song where I first would get an image and then I got a couple images and now it's a whole reel. And I have horses, like my little profile picture. Uh, I started getting video reels of me actually competing in barrel racing at different venues I've never been at. And then it would clip out to like a scene of me practicing. And it's this whole videotape, like Spirit made a videotape, a collage of what's to come in the future with horses and where I'm supposed to go. And still to this day, if that song's coming up while I'm driving, that video pops up and I see it and I just smile. I love it. So I really
Wow.
allowed to just relax and let the music and the vibrations just take me wherever I needed to go and bring in the messages I needed to receive at the time.
Wow. That's amazing. That's really beautiful, and I do remember, myself when I was first, opening up and turning on that I would meet somebody new, and I would like, boom, 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 I would see flashes in my head of things that, you wouldn't tell somebody who you never met before, so I was like, "Okay, that's information, thank you very much, it's not important for me to know that right now," but it was almost like things would just boom, 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 and it's like it would happen to me, but now I know how to control it and how to call on it to come when I need it and how I need it and to help others. So, and this is where you are now. You're moving into learning how to define, how to utilize, how to call on, how to balance, or just how to use it a little bit more and how to work with it a little bit more and I always ask the loved ones on the other side, I say, everybody stay back until I actually call you by name. And then when I call you by name and they're all sitting in like a stadium, like a ball stadium where you have to push down the seat in order to sit on the seat. And then I
Yes.
call, somebody's father, Bill, come on down. And it's like, the TV shows and the game shows on TV where they stand up, they move to the aisle, and they start running down. And that's how because I don't want them all coming. I mean, every Bill and every father would come all at once, and I wouldn't be able to determine. So these different techniques, these different little suggestions or ideas, and you could use your own technique, you could do your own thing, but it's really important to learn. It's not learn that you have it because we all have it, but it's not to learn um I don't know like how to do it because everybody it's not like it's a learning about how to manage it, I think is where I want to go. And once we do that, we can open it up and it can expand. And it's just such a beautiful way of I love watching others turn their light bulbs turn on and their aha moments and just their whole energy shifts. Like, I get it now. Oh my gosh. I knew it. I hear you say it. I watch you do it every week, Jean, on the YouTube. I watch you every week. I know how you do it, and I know that that happens to me sometime. But now I get it, and it just it really it makes it's like a memory. It's like I always knew it. And it's not anything new that you have to learn or try and practice. It's about removing things from our life, removing the doubt, removing the parameters, and removing the people telling you, "Oh, it's just your imagination." And the teachers telling you, why are you staring at the ceiling? The answer's not on the ceiling." Well, yes, they are. Now we know, right?
Yes. It's all within, and like I love the what you just said. It's like layers of an onion that can get built up over time, but you can peel away. And at the beginning, for sure, and I'm still in that learning phase and building up phase, I had a doubt of, well, maybe this just comes to me, like I can't control it. Like it's only hit whenever, hit and miss kind of thing. And so I signed up for a class about a year ago with Kim, which really opened and cleared away a lot of that doubt because I'd never been around people that were like this community and like you that are open to that and want to talk about things of the spirit and visions and what you're getting from guides. And then now joining your class that's going on right now has been incredibly beneficial. I told Jean earlier, and it's the truth. I feel like she was picking up on my signal because I was sending it out there of, I need to join another class. I need to practice. I need groups of people to practice with. So anybody who's interested, it's amazing. There's some great people, and Jean does a wonderful job. So no matter what level you're at, it's incredibly insightful and beneficial.
Well, thank you, KK.
Mhm.
That's really sweet of you. And I was like, my spirit guides are like, now, Jean, now, you have to do it now. Just put it together. I'm like, I don't know what, just do it. Just, it doesn't matter what it's called. And I was like, really being like this urgency to do something and put something out. And it's not for everybody. And there's not 100 people coming, but there's a beautiful group. And there's a beautiful group that they need to learn together and experience together. And then once this group moves on and starts practicing together, another group will come in, and then that group will start practicing with each other. And I want to develop a practice, a safe practice, but I want to teach you on the way in, not teach you. I want to have practices, have demonstrations, and exercises. So because it's I'm working on developing my confidence in being a teacher, but I love demonstrating and showing you exercises that you can participate in, and just watching you all flourish. And you're saying, Jean, I saw this, I saw that, I heard this, I wrote that, and it's like it's so much fun.
It is, it's wonderful. And that's
Mhm.
and speaking of building on different things, some of the exercises you have, done with the class has helped my clairaudience, because that's one of the things I've asked my guides. I actually, maybe I'm being led to say this because maybe this will be helpful for somebody else out there, but when I bring them in the morning, I will ask them to clear my thoughts and clear the headspace so it's truthful, concise, and clear. To clear my lenses on my eyes so I can see clearly, and then specifically ask them turn up my volume on my ears because I'll have songs like that. But with some of your practices, I'll hear the things like I'll hear the ocean now. I'll hear the wind chimes or the rainmakers come in when we're going through a certain space. So I know that's your practices are definitely they aim at all the different areas and aspects of our senses, which is really cool because otherwise I think naturally I'd want to focus on just the sight in the knowing. And I deep down my soul is calling to open up all those gifts, right? Like it's like having a bunch of Christmas presents under the tree and you open up two. Why would you do that? You know?
Well, that's a beautiful analogy. I love that. I love that. All right, so let's see what we have. I just wanted to say welcome to everybody. Let me see where I missed. Craig is here. And hi, Craig. Craig Dixon is here. Let me see if there's something else. Okay, I see a couple of your questions. I have a couple of your questions here. I just wanted to share some comments. So Donna Marie says, wow, what an amazing story. I love your journey. See, it's
Thank you.
important to share. It's important to share, and that we all are going through something similar. And Sandra says, I wish everyone in the world would wake up to their psychic gifts. Ensure then this world would be much more better place. Yep. Hmm. I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree. It's the awareness of who we truly are, you know? Um, Okay. So Jen was saying that's what happened with me during our last practice. I saw a children's cemetery and overgrown stones of an old and huge tree. Never got a full image as if she was there. So and
Yeah.
and you know what, you guys, you already know how to do it. It's the safe place in order to go there. And it's holding, we're all here together. We're all here being safe. We've all raised our vibration, and then you can go there. And it's a safe place to experience that. And if you haven't experienced that, it's okay to keep practicing, keep raising your vibration, and these experiences will come in. It's about removing all of the doubt, removing all of the conditioning, removing all of your, conditions or limitations, the limited thinking. Um,
Yeah.
so Scott says visual learning works well for me, building my art in my mind. I've been remembering childhood memories and I thought I've forgotten. I've been seeing balls of light at night, and I've heard my spirit guide talk. Wow.
That's so wonderful. I really do see that in art. I didn't think I was artistic, but I'm getting that nudge. I've been sketching a little bit, and
Creative.
That creative nudge, and that, just like you said, it's already in you. Just start, just do it, just start. But I think there's a lot of beautiful messages that are held in art that I definitely encourage you, Scott, to keep going on with that. That's beautiful.
So Craig Dixon said he thought you had to be holy in order to receive messages. And then he said, but I got proved wrong.
Yep, we're
Mhm. It
also in
doesn't
that
it
place. You know,
yeah.
we're all connected to it. It's just, anchoring in that connection when the world kind of wants to sever it. And had the same thing. I had my old job where the box conditioning was, if you're talking to spirits on the other side, because I'll have, especially grandparents like to come through and nudge on me. I'll get a little spiritual nudge. And what I've learned now, because I've asked for a lot more discernment, like Jean said, you don't just want to be on and see all these and have all these things bombarding you, but I'm still open. And so if I keep getting the nudge, twice, three times, then I'm like, okay, you're telling, I trust you to that clearly the person across from me that this message is for is ready to receive and hear this. Otherwise, if it's a one and then they go away, then I'm like, oh, okay, I'm good. I'm going to just trust that they're okay. But if it's very persistent, it's for a reason, is what I've learned, and to trust
Yeah.
it.
Yep. Yep, I agree. So Sandra just wants to know, Jean, have you always been psychic? And Sandra, what I know is that I've always been sensitive to energy and sensitive, like an empath kind of. And then I learned about feng shui, which is about energy because I was so sensitive. And then I did Reiki because I was so sensitive and I always like to help people. And then from there, I went into crystal healing and I just kept building and building. And then when I went to my shamanic energy healing, that just opened me wide open. And I learned a lot of my skills there. And so, no, I haven't always been a psychic medium. I've had things happen to me and I've seen, incarnate spirits and so things have happened to me, but it took me training and practice in order for me to become a psychic that I can provide messages for other people. But thanks for asking, Sandra. That was my little story in 2 seconds or less. Okay, got you, Nancy. And Jen says, KK, I completely agree. I don't know why, but so Craig says, as a Native American Hispanic, I was brought up on it. Oh, but it was scared. I was scared of it for a while, but more and more messages come in, and I learned to live with it. Yeah, isn't that such a dichotomy that your heritage has so much rich um, communication and spiritual depth, yet society has told us to stand back from it, or
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
it's like
I've noticed that my guides, my spirit guides, are native, and so I feel like I'm native in my soul, like, at least. And it's honestly, I love their culture of the oneness it possesses. It's every person, every animal, every plant, every tree. It's just all of Mother Nature, all of the universe, like that appreciativeness, and they see and receive it, and that's the other thing that I've started to notice is different things out in nature that I'm getting messages from, or even just connecting, when in your own vision, like envisioning a tree, like your exercise, Gene, in class where we went through the tree and to find a spirit animal. It's just beautiful because the whole world opens up.
well, it looks like we're getting close, and let me see. And thank you, Anna Walker. You're so sweet. She sent us a little super sticker. Thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. So I have a couple of questions start. Are you ready to start doing a little bit of questions? We're just going to go, at a slower pace, everybody, and we're going to, try and develop and make sure that we just take our time and see what comes. But I let you know that KK is amazing. It's one thing to do it in practice. It's one thing to do it with friends, but being here on YouTube is just a little bit different. Just a little
Mhm.
bit. And if you want to see where I started, go back and watch some of Allie's back 4 years ago. You see, I was so just really green, I guess you would call it. And you'll see how I used to do it. I used to wear these big earphones and stuff. Watch for the ones that you see the big earphones.
I love it.
And that was me in my beginning. And Allie really helped me a lot. So let's go with Jillian Mooney, and then after Jillian, let's go with Nancy Riker. And just say hello, everybody, and make sure that you're and let us know that you're still here. And I have a couple of you here. So Jillian says, and Jillian, just say hi if you don't mind. I want to make sure that she's still here because it was back a little bit. Jillian, if you wanted to say hi. And if not, maybe I should call out a couple because it's important, especially when Nancy Riker, if you're still here,
Yeah, I see
and
you.
Abby, if you're still here. Oh, are you okay, KK?
Oh, can you see me?
Yeah,
Okay.
it just flickered.
Whoop. Maybe spirits coming in hot.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
not
I
changing.
already have the questions. We don't have that much time, so I already have the questions here. But Nancy said she's here. So so Jillian, Nancy, and then Abby. Nancy said she's here. And Abby says she's here. Thank you. So Nancy says, can you let me know what the meaning message my dad was telling me in my last visit from him? So I think Nancy had a dream and her dad was in the dream. Is that what it was? And he was trying what the meaning of the message was. Are we getting that right, Nancy? Okay, I see you, Jillian. Thank you. Yeah, she said, yeah, it was a dream. So, what message her dad was telling me. So instead of, and just as a little clue there, KK, instead of trying to figure out what I would go to her dad and say, what message? Now, KK is not a psychic medium. She is a medium, but she hasn't practiced at it. But we'll see what we get. How about that? Is that okay?
Yep. And I
I
do a lot
think
of
so.
talking out loud, so you'll hear me do that too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Nancy's father.
And Nancy, tell us your dad's first name.
Yeah, that was
Sometimes that's a little bit better to. Oh, thanks, Scott. That's so sweet. Homer.
oh, I love it.
So we're going to blend with Nancy's energy. And Homer is with Nancy. And we're going to see what the communication or the connection, or if there's what's important for Nancy to know.
Homer, do you have any messages for Nancy on your recent visit?
Nancy, is it possible that you have another addition to the family? I'm seeing an egg and I'm seeing somebody holding on to an egg. Are you having another addition to your family somewhere? I mean, it could be a birth of an idea, but I'm seeing an egg. Or it could be about humanity. No additions to the family. Okay. But just keep that in mind because it was unusual that I saw that.
I like that too, Jean, because I first saw a triangle, which can mean a couple things to me, but I immediately went to changes. So when you said baby and new addition, and then I saw green, like lots of healing. So even if it's not a baby, maybe there's some um, mind, body, spirit connection that's gonna do a lot of healing and growth for you.
So there's healing and growth coming in for you, Miss Nancy, from your dad.
Ooh, now I'm seeing a footprint.
A human footprint in the mud
Yeah,
or a
in the
shoe?
right foot, like a human footprint in the dirt or mud, which to me is like moving forward, but also that this is something like a footprint imprinted in you. Because the first thing he did show me besides the triangle was like a scroll, and like something within you coming, unlocking. But okay, I get the message now. But the way to do it is to step forward in it. And sometimes we feel like we don't see the path, or we're unsure of the path, or that there's even a stone there to step on or dirt to step on until you step there and it lights up the way. So if there's I feel like this is spiritually speaking. What am I seeing now? I don't know if this is him going hooray, like he's cheering for you. Oh, that's so beautiful. But it kind of looks like a hieroglyph of a human, because it has the curved, like a curved arms and legs, but also could be that connection again. So I think there's some changes in your spiritual connection that he's really encouraging you to step forward.
Wow. Yeah. Could be a birth of a new awareness for you, Miss Nancy. He wants you to step forward outside of your comfort zone. And I don't know if there's something you've been thinking about doing or thinking about taking or thinking about learning, but he wants you to step forward. That's amazing. And these symbols are important, but it's a way that spirit and our loved ones do communicate with us, but it's up to us to interpret. And but if you mean something different to you, like the egg and somebody holding, I saw an egg and the hands around the egg like this. So I thought it was like a pregnancy, but it could be an idea or a new gift or a new ability or a new experience or a healing. It could be any, but so your interpretation, Nancy, is also very important. But that was a beautiful way of getting from point A to point B. And thank you, Homer. He's a really good communicator. He's a really good. Did you? Oh, and Akila's here. She's saying beautiful. Thanks, Akila. So, did you feel anything else from Homer, or did you feel like that was
I
finished?
feel like that was the main message that I was getting from him.
Okay. Oh, okay. Here she said she's validating here. She said, I had an issue with my older sister and she was in the dream. She has blocked me and bullying me forever. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I'm so sorry,
we
Nancy.
then move forward as much as we don't want to, but for your own benefit. I'm going to ask for one more card, like a card, if he has any other message. Oh, wow. This is card number 44, and it says, happens when you most expect it. So to me, that's once again, so maybe this will be a good thing that if she's out of your space, but really I think it goes back. Oh, sorry. Magic happens when you most expect it. I forgot the first word. Um, and it looks like alignment of the chakras. So I think he is working with you to help, clear that third eye and crown space, which if we're in our head with emotions, that can be a block. Let's put it that way. So
And she said, so he has to know. Of course he knows. Of course he knows. And there is no judgment though on that end there, Nancy. There is no judgment from him. He just doesn't want you to suffer from it. He wants you to move forward and to almost allow it to propel you forward. Yeah. Wow.
they'll
So,
always catch up. That's what I get the message is you don't hold back. You go forward, and who's ever meant to be will catch up whenever they're supposed to catch up.
oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. All right. Very nice. I felt like that was there. Oh, sorry. That was Nancy. And Jillian is here and Abby is here. So let's go with Jillian. And she says, just wondering, are there any major life changes coming up in the next year or two? Oh my gosh, that's a doozy. So what I would do is I would use my pendulum because that's such a wide, I mean, that could be
I was feeling drawn to that too. I like it.
yeah. So Nancy said, yeah, he said, I've always loved you, but said it. He said, I've always loved you, but said it to my sister. In the dream. Oh, okay. You're welcome, Nancy. You're welcome. Sorry, she had just a little more
No, it's
validation. Hi,
yeah.
Garnett. Jillian says, just wondering, are there any major life changes coming up in the next year or two? I'm not sure that even if we answer, that that'll give you an answer.
Well, it's interesting, let me ask one other question. Is Jillian gonna move in the next 2 years? Yeah. When we first read this question, I saw boxes immediately just reading the, question, so I can tune in more, but my pendulum said major changes and said yes to major changes as well as, moving. So I feel like you might be relocating because boxes to me means moving, but I can tune in a little bit more too so you can
Yeah.
coming in.
Yeah. And if you want to ask something a little more specific, that might be helpful. But there's, I mean, the likelihood of a life change happening in the next year or two is pretty good, and it's a little vague if you understand. There's not specific. Is there a life change in my job? Am I going to be pregnant? Am I going to extend my family? Am I going to, whatever it is that you want to know about might be helpful to, oh gosh, Joan's helping me out. God love you. I love it. She's so support. The egg could be a fresh start, new beginning as she moves forward. That was for
Yeah.
Nancy. Thank you, Joan. Thank you very much. I love it. I love the
That's why I love
support.
coming to these chats, like, and meeting communities like this because everybody's so brilliant and picks up on things, and puts the piece we all put the pieces of the puzzle together. It's great.
Yeah, it takes a village, right? So this is Abby, and Abby is here. After Abby is Julie Hamill, and then Donna Marie. Julie Hamill and Donna Marie. So Julie and Donna, just say hello.
And this is Abby.
And I would love to know if Spirit and my angels have a message regarding my love life and relationships. Good. Thank you, Abby. That's very good.
So what I was shown, I asked the angels to come forward with you, and first I saw them completely wrapping you in love. Like, I don't know if you ever feel that, but or take a moment to sit and feel that you can ask your angels to come in and wrap them around, and it's amazing how you'll actually feel them around you. But I see lots around you wrapping you with love, which gives me the impression more of self-love and service. And then I don't know what this analogy means, but I saw this huge white belt that was like placed around you. So I don't know if that's like a security because when I think of a belt, I think it's just like a cloth, like like a linen, like if you had a open dress that you could just or robe that you pulled over and you have a white belt, like of purity, but of also that like stability. So I think they're supporting you on your journey, but I think they really want you to focus on the self love portion right now. And I'm seeing a big green heart. So that's the message I'm getting so far for you. And while Jean's going, I'll pull a card for you too.
Yeah. And Abby, I don't know if you've ever asked about your love life with me before, but I saw a rose. So what that shows me is that you have a romantic view of things, and that you are interested in um, the romantic side of life, and that I feel like romance is what you're looking for. And then they also showed me, and I don't know what it means, but they showed me a centipede. But like those, but it was like a cartoon one with like shoes on or sneakers on. But I saw a centipede, and what that showed, I feel like there's like a lot of suitors that are coming into your life, because I see that it's almost like people being lined up one right after the other, that there are many suitors out there, but there is this romantic tender rose and this, the deep love and the deep color red and the soft velvet color. And I'm not sure if you watch the show Bridgerton, and I don't even watch it, but it's sort of like showing me like this 16th or 17th century sort of love and this. So it's really very romantic. But what I suggest is that you find a way to create that around you. And I feel like once you create the energy of this romantic love around you, that the players will appear, if that makes sense to you. Um, and it's it's unknown at this time, but it's yours to create. If it's in your heart and it's in your thoughts, it's yours to create. So create the situation or create the energy around you, and then the players will come in. So if you're feeling lack and feeling alone, that's what's going to continue. But if you feel uh, that you have this, I don't know, this ability for companionship and for um, having different suitors come in, and trusting yourself that you'll be able to discern people's energies. Um, that's what I have for you. What did
Jean,
you get so far? Yeah.
that totally makes sense with everything. Well, everything you said makes sense. My whole body's like a pendulum swinging, yes. And makes sense with wrapping yourself in the love, right? Because you get what you put out there, especially energetically. But I saw the centipede with the boots, which I love that. But this makes so much sense. It says overrate your intuition. So when these people do come in, if you get that gut feeling that says nah, then you're right. You're right. So move along. Next centipede, next foot coming along or whatnot, next feet coming in, and trust the ones when it clicks, because you're just gonna know, you're gonna feel it. And I was told to look at the bottom of the deck, and it says fearless expression. So don't be afraid to speak your truth when these suitors come in, but also just put it out to the universe and your guides and your angels of this is what I want. I want somebody who absolutely adores me, who never puts me last, whatever your traits are that you're looking for, loyalty, speak it out. And that also amplifies that energy to call it back into you.
Oh, beautiful. And so Abby does say that she says, thank you. I've been in a 15-year long relationship, lots of love, but feeling unsure with legal matters. So, and perhaps even if you create the energy of this unconditional love and support around you, when I said the players will come in, it could be that same person that's been in your life, but separated from your energy for some reason or another. But it is all your choice there, Abby. Yeah. Oh, in-law matters. Oh, in-laws. Oof. Yeah. Yep. You create uh the the happiness, or the, I want to say, just the energy of what you want, and uh, make have these standards that the world is a tough place, but inside these walls will be, love, respect, and companionship and support and loyalty, you know and create that around you, and stick to your guns with the in-laws.
Mhm.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
Yeah. Another practice that is really helpful is you can do what I've heard to referred as the third eye room. So anybody that you're having any conflicts or friction with, ask your higher self and their higher self to meet up in a room in your mind, in your vision, and have a very heart to heart conversation. Just like Jean's saying, if this is what I'm not getting, this is what I actually demand of my energy and my time, and it can help shift that as well.
All the best to you, Abby. All the best to you. She's so sweet. Okay, so Julie and Donna. Is Julie or Donna? I think I saw Donna. Sorry, you guys. Yeah, Donna said hello.
Oh,
I don't,
Donna.
I
Oh,
don't see Julie. So Julie, if you're here, just say hello. And this would be Julie Hamill. So let's go ahead and do Donna first, and then Julie Hamill. If Julie's not here, we will move on to Tanya. Julie and then Tanya. You're welcome. All right. So Donna said, I would love a reading. Anything spirit would like me to know. Thank you, Donna.
Um, so when I tuned into you, I saw a circle of dots, which made me think, and then they were kind of floating around, like your galactic guides are trying to come in and really connect with you, and you have a lot of them because it wasn't just a few, it was a lot, and they're just circling bright and these perfect white lights. Um, then I see next? Oh, I saw a finger connection to show that connection that they're here and they want to connect with you. And then I saw the planet Saturn, which to me is all about lessons. So I don't know if these are something ahead or something you're going through right now, but to find the lesson in, in the turmoil, or just like find the treasure, the gem in the rock and in the dirt. I think they're really helping you with that right now. I couldn't tell you what it's on, but that's what they showed me.
She said she's heard that song many times.
It just came right in my head as soon as I heard your name.
And before I go, we'll go back to that. So Donna, they want you to know that you can practice on your own. You can practice. You can. I do feel as though you have some sort of a ritual, whether you use your cards or light a candle or do meditation or listen to binaural beats. There is something that you do to tune in, but they're saying that to follow your own guidance and to write messages down in a journal. They're saying you're not alone and that we're here to help you. And to believe the instincts that you feel, sense, and I don't know if you have dreams or there's something that is sort of pulling you that I feel like you have a little bit of doubt, like, oh, that can't be true. That bee couldn't have said that to me, whatever it is, and the signs and synchronicities and numbers and things that you hear, sense, and feel, they want you to trust that, write it down, and to know that this is a new earth. This is a new beginning. And it's important for you to start where you are and to move forward in confidence and to work with it, work with your skills. That's what I get.
I agree with that, Jean. And I pulled a couple of card on the that I pulled was deep replenishment. It says retreat, rest, and be held. And I feel that, like, for one, I drew this right when you were talking about frequency, and then I was told to look at the bottom of the deck, which makes sense because it says get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature, which is why I was looking at the water so much too. So you are really highly sensitive, and you feel a lot of things and you interpret a lot of things and you can see all the beauty, but sometimes our body just needs a rest. Our vessel needs that rest. So don't forget that balance, and it'll help clear things up as well for you, message wise.
She also said her mom's nickname too was Dot, and all those dots that you saw.
Oh,
It means so much, many different things, and what it means to you, I think, is really important. And I just wanted to follow up because I saw this, but I was trying to tune into somebody, and Jillian wanted to follow up, and she said she just moved house, so there were the boxes that yeah, that you saw, and she said
Yes.
maybe in family circumstances, yeah. But thanks for validating that, Jillian. I appreciate that. And Donna says, many messages come, dreams, numbers, voice in my head, and meditation. A gray silver being she's seen. That trust that, Donna. From this point forward, no more doubting, no more second guessing. This is new for you, and it's important for you to take this and move forward and take it as being part of your life and part of your reality and move forward. And acceptance is what they said it's just a matter of you accepting it and you can move forward with it. But good for you, Donna.
Yeah, that's exciting. I'm excited for you. My whole soul's getting all happy, doing the happy dance.
Okay, so Julie's not here, Tanya's not here, and we have maybe like 5 more minutes. Let me see. So how about, is Mystical Thorn still here? Mystical Thorn, are you still here? I think she might be. I saw her recently. I don't know. Sometimes they jump off if there's another show that starts.
Right.
Yep, she's here. Good. Thank you. So she wants to know if there's any messages for her. And I should have probably specified that because that's a little bit easier for us for, messages or spirit guides or angels or, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So any messages from my angels for Mystical Thorn?
Um, so the first thing I actually felt was like a lot of heaviness. So I don't know if you have a lot of worry or like anxiousness towards something, but I heard just breathe, focus on breath. Remember with each breath of each second of the day, that's actually like your new life, your new life, your new life. So you can manifest and focus and bring in anything you want with each new breath, but just to let all that go. I heard let go of all the worries, let go of all the things that are truly just insignificant. Like it feels like a big deal in this life, but when you take, a step back and do the whole grand scheme of things, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it on the toll for your heart. I really feel in your heart more than even your mind, but I know it's a connection there that you're getting the worrisome thoughts as well, but it just weighs really heavy. So that deep breath and that really like just release. And then I heard I saw like a figure eight turning in a circle, and I heard the song, um, da 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 world turn 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 seasons turn. I think I'm singing the wrong song. I think it's a Beatles song or something like that. But just to let you know that there are seasons in life, in nature, but also in our lives that it's gonna keep turning, and to focus not so much on the season, but maybe just more in the present. And deep down, I'll be honest, I don't like winter. I'm a summer person. I like the heat, but in the winter, it gives me that time to, when in the presence, to see the beauty of the snow, see the beauty of the cold, and the rest that the other seasons I don't do so much. So maybe relax more into that present moment, but breathe and let go of any of those worries that are weighing heavy on you, because it's just not worth it, is what I'm getting.
Beautiful, KK. Thank you. So, Natalie, I picked up for you that your spirit guides or angels want you to know your time is coming and prepare. And they say, clean out your old beliefs and take charge. They say that your story is yours to tell. So it's, you can say, I can't, or this is the predicament I'm in. This is I have limitations. Or you can say, I have so much time to make plans for when this does change for me, what I'm going to do. And you can start getting excited. You don't have to feel if you have a certain limitation around you. I'm not sure what it is. I don't remember, Natalie, if you're caring for a loved one or something. I'm not sure, but it is difficult for you and it is a struggle, but it doesn't have to be the whole story. It's your story to tell. So you can say, during this time where I have whatever limitation, I'm going to be working on when it is that I can, begin to flourish, and this is what I'm going to do, this is where I'm going to go, this is how I'm going to feel, and and that I'm not going to worry about any of those things that I had to worry about before. They said, your time is coming, and to prepare, clear out old beliefs and take charge. Your story is yours to tell. It was interesting. And I giggled because Craig Dixon said, 1965, the birds, turn, turn, turn.
Thank you, Craig. Yes, it was so clear, but it was like once I tried to say it, I couldn't get there. But yes, turn, turn, turn. Now I gotta go listen to
Mhm.
that song afterwards.
She said, my birthday is Monday and I hate winter too. So
Oh,
that's probably what made you
okay.
say that. Yeah.
Probably. Hey, me and you are alike on that.
Yeah. Well, your time is coming here, Natalie, for sure. Your time is coming. Thank you for your question. All right, we are at an hour, everybody. And Akila B, thank you so much for being such a amazing moderator. And she's telling us they're here, So thank you so much. It's not easy, and I appreciate everybody being here, all the mods, everybody who asked your questions, everybody who supported us in the chat, and for helping me to welcome KK into the community. And you all are familiar with KK from chatting in the chat with her. And again, we are just really very happy that you're on your way, and so glad that you came on to the show and shared a little bit of your special gifts with us and your abilities. I like to call them gifts and abilities. You're welcome, Scott. So thank you again, everybody, and have a wonderful after. Oh, after this, you can come back and see me. I'll be on the Psychic Triad, which is on Terry Lee's channel this Friday, and it's on at 4:30 Eastern and 1:30 Pacific. So if you want some, and we're going to be doing questions on love. You could be pet love questions, or family on the other side love questions, or it can be. It's just you have to have love in your question.
I love it. I love it for Valentine's Day. That's a great show. And
Yeah.
thank you everybody for being here too. I love all you guys in the chat, and thank you, Jean. I appreciate it so much that you allowed me to come on your show and share the stories, or some of my stories, because it's been
And
really
if
fun.
you're, yeah, and let us know in the comments below if you'd like to see more of KK and have her back and do a whole show with us, and we'll do more readings for you. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.